price. Now let's look at mango. It's known as the king of fruits, and then we've seen a bit of stability in the price of mango. Will they remain stable as the fasting continues, the Ramadan fast continues? Let's speak now to Ajewole from Financial Derivatives Company, Tomiwa Ajewole. Tomiwa, good afternoon and welcome to the program.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Great. So we're talking about the king of fruits now. I just wonder why it's called the king of fruits. But anyways, let's look at the price, what's been happening with it, and what can we expect now that the fast has started?
Yeah, so mango is a seasonal fruit, just like most fruits, and its typical harvest season is it starts March and extends towards Q2. And so now when in March, we're beginning to see the early harvest for mango. And typically, now that the supply is not much, ideally when we're seeing increased harvest, we see lower prices. But now that it's just the early harvest, we're still seeing just little supply, so it hasn't had much effect on prices. Prices have been stable when you compare to what it was last year. Another reason again is that even the demand yet is yet to pick up. Typically, there's this consumer sentiment that this early harvest is typically unripe. So demand hasn't gone up. And again, looking at Nigerians right now with the cost of living crisis, inflation at a 30-year high, and reduced disposable income. Right now, the priority for consumption is on essential goods. So typically now that it's still just the early harvest and it's not really an essential commodity. We've not seen demand pick up, so that's why the price has remained stable. But in the coming months, when the harvest begins to properly come in and with the fasting that's going on, we expect the prices to come down because of increased supply, and then also with this fasting because fruits are good for using to breakfast, so that will also pick up demand, and then we can begin to see that happen in the next 2-3 months.
Yeah, but we're hearing of the probability of a slower output rate. What's causing this?
Yeah, so the economist recently said in Nigeria there are too many small businesses, and when we bring that to farming, we have there's a dominance of subsistence farming compared to commercial farming, and when you have a lot of subsistence farming, there's low mechanization, and that makes the productivity low and the yield low. So that's why our production is not increasing, is not growing fast because there's low productivity and low mechanization. And I take for example when we talk about the propagation method, in Nigeria. There's still a large use of seedling where you use the seed to plant the mango tree, and that takes about 6 years before the fruits start coming out. But if you go to other countries where they have these modern practices, they use grafting varieties, and that makes you plant to fruit in about 2 to 3 years. So that way they have shorter harvest time and then they have more production. But not even to take it too far. If you look at Malawi, in Africa, Malawi is the number one producing for mango, number one mango producing country in Africa. And it's amazing what they've been doing. In 2022, their production was about 1.9 million tons per year. And while Nigeria were not even doing up to a million tons, just about 0.9. But the interesting thing Malawi did was that they are using less land compared to Nigeria to produce that much, and that's because their productivity level is just high. Malawi's yield per hectare for mango is about 338 grams per hectare, while Nigeria's is about 71. So they're almost about times five. Their productivity is about times five what Nigeria is. So and the reason why they've been able to do is because if you look at Malawi's mango market, they have a well-established commercial firms that are producing mango in large quantities, and this way they're able to have this value added where they process the mangoes and they export it. So in Nigeria, while our commercial service is increasing, it's still mainly dominated by subsistence farming, and there's low mechanization, low yield. So those are the issues why our production level is still low and compared to global average.
Yeah, but in spite of this low production level, we still see, I mean, as we're entering the season for mangoes now, we would see a whole lot of it, but almost half of what is produced is being wasted because of lack of storage and preservation and processing. Have you heard of any plan by adding value for preservation of mangoes so that when it's even off season, we can still have some?
Yeah, I mean, so typically post-harvest post-harvest losses is a key problem in Nigeria, and not only in Nigeria, even Malawi also struggles with post-harvest. So in Africa, there's a lot of more need for infrastructure that would help in the storage facility and also transportation. But again, one thing that can also help with this to mitigate this post-harvest losses is to really develop our value added sector, the value added chain of our mangoes. So after the slicing mangoes, there are dried mangoes, there are mango purees, mango juice, mango oil. So really, if we're able to boost our processing industry, where after the mangoes are just leaving it on the farm to waste, they actually process there we can make it where it's have a longer shelf life, and then we can begin to export and also give consumers more variety that could be more healthier and even more affordable. So really it's just again just boosting our agricultural sector to modern practices where we're having one good storage facilities through technology. They also cold value chain, cold storage facilities. So if we're able to do all of this, we're able to really the agricultural sector, whether mango or whatever, be able to really increase and give Nigeria more export earnings.
All right. Thank you so much, Tomiwa Jawale, analyst with Financial Derivatives Company, for sharing those views with us.
Thank you for having me.